This episode of Timber Talk is brought to you by SRB Field Rest, Bugnasty Deer Lure, Farmers Feeding the Hungry, ScentBlender. Now let's start the show with your host, Paul Scheer.
Hi folks, welcome to the show. Y'all know me, but I'm going to bring on a new guest. I have Jack Deangelo in the house. The NWTF president of Ohio and Marshall County. Is that correct?
Yeah, man. The
you graced us.
Martin Brothers Memorial Chapter.
Yes, Memorial
NWTF.
Chapter.
Yeah, we cover Ohio and Marshall County.
Right.
mostly.
I'm slow. It depends on what I got.
Good, man.
You know,
we don't discriminate.
I know. So I got him in the studio today. We're going to talk about a youth hunt that you were putting on, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I want to know a lot about it. I really do. But first, I want to know about you, Jack. Let's hear about you. How did you get into the National Wildlife Turkey Federation, all that, good stuff?
Right on. So the National Wild Turkey Federation, I first got into, I was a Jake's member when I was younger. I decided once I got older, I started having kids. My wife and I, we moved into this area. She's from here. I'm a transplant. I started watching some videos, and I saw on videos that there were chapters and stuff like that you could volunteer for, and you could volunteer for different events.
I didn't know that there was chapters. I mean, I knew about the federation, but I didn't know.
All over West Virginia, Ohio, every state you can name.
So there's like chapters, like a biker gang kind of thing.
Pretty much.
It's kind of like
similar to a biker gang.
Well, you don't wear leather, whatever. Maybe
you can wear leather if you want. I don't care, man.
Chaps are chaps.
I'll take anybody. But I started. I looked up on the NWTF website.
Yeah.
Probably 2018, 2019. I found whoever was in charge of the local chapter for the area that I lived in, and I called him and I said, "Hey, my name's Jack Deangelo. I want to get involved." And things happened. One thing led to another. A couple years later, I was approached with the idea of possibly taking over a chapter because there was a chapter in our area here that was, it was essentially it was possibly going to close, and I had been involved previously in some youth hunts and stuff like that, and I think that in my background of hunting and growing up hunting, one of the biggest things that promoted me to continue hunting in my adulthood was having that background as a kid and being able to go to turkey camp or deer camp or whatever it was. So I wanted to make sure that I could possibly promote that for generations to come. And I decided, I think it was probably 2021, I decided I was going to take over the chapter that we now run. And and it's, I wouldn't say it's designated towards a certain county or another, but it's the Martin Brothers Memorial Chapter. And I'll get into, how we got that.
Some of you local folks know Martin Brothers. Sure. I mean, I remember wearing their shirts and buying some of their turkey calls back in the day. I mean, they were some badass shit.
There's nothing more badass.
I know. It was badass.
I am blessed and I am honored to be able to promote and run that.
That's awesome, because I know, I mean, we met by, just a mutual friend, I guess. I guess. And we met, and is the passion you have for turkey hunting. I mean, the passion. I mean, I like turkey hunting. I do. But I mean, there was a time that I literally quit turkey hunting because I was like, screw this. I'm totally done. This is too hard because let's look at it. Turkey hunting is tough.
It is.
I mean, deer hunting.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can put you on some bucks and you can harvest some bucks, but turkey, my God, it is like a chemistry that no one knows, but it's only the faint of hearts.
Yeah, no, dude, like it's a bit of an obsession. Kind of, for me, it takes over my life.
And I love to have you back on the show. I will have you on the show
and
sure, on the panel because we're getting bigger now, Jack.
Yeah.
We're getting bigger.
I know.
We're growing.
You guys are
People like us. One
you guys
person
are getting up
doesn't.
there.
Yeah,
I
we're getting
understand.
there. There's always one asshole somewhere, you know. But anyways, let's get into this benefit because I think this is so cool.
Yeah.
More for the local area, youth hunt. So you're putting on this turkey youth hunt. I got to hear about it because I'm a father. I want to hear more about this.
No, absolutely. So April 12th to the 14th here in Ohio County, West Virginia, we are going to be putting on a NWTF youth hunt.
Okay.
All it requires is for somebody to contact me. We'll leave my number.
Yeah, we'll have that posted
down
up
at the
for
bottom
y'all.
of the screen.
Absolutely.
So anybody that listens that has a youth, I would say ages 8 to 17 that wants to get involved, contact me. We'll roll with it. I would absolutely love to have them. What our plan is right now is on the 12th, we have the Wildlife League of Ohio County, Dallas Pike area.
Yeah, familiar with that.
They are donating their shooting range and their clubhouse to us so that we can have, we're going to have West Virginia Department of Natural Resources officers coming up. They're going to do a shooting instruction. They're going to do hunting safety just for anybody, any individuals or any kids that have never had the opportunity to hunt before.
Right.
We're going to have instructions.
So that's the safety aspect. So you're going to give them a safety, let's say safety course, kind of like the hunter's safety course that we all had to take before we got our hunting license, right?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, they're not going to get a certification saying that they are
just for this
hunter's
this
education certified, but any hunters that come that are, I would say, ages between 8 and 14 are able to hunt without a license.
Okay.
As long as they are with a licensed adult. Now, ages 15 to 17, you are required to have a apprentice license, which I want to say is somewhere around $25.
Okay.
Yeah, and in the event that a family can't afford to do that, or they don't want to do that, and that's the reason why they don't want to send their kid, then the chapter will cover it. We will cover it 100%.
That is awesome right there.
My goal 100% with this entire thing is to make sure that I can get every child or every youth hunter possible to enjoy and love the stuff that we do.
That's awesome.
On a regular basis, man. Like,
So let me ask you this.
Sure.
So if let's say I want to go out and I want to, do you need guides? Or I mean, like what if you want to be a guide? What is some of the requirements? Obviously, you got to have some kind of knowledge of hunting and you got to have a license and stuff. So what are some of the steps that you guys take and make, for someone to come out and just guide these hunts and help out?
So I mean, we have we luckily between the some of the connections that I've made and stuff through the NWTF and DNR as well. DNR has been, West Virginia DNR has been awesome.
That's great.
Us. They know people all over the place. It's very much a networking kind of environment. But I have opened it up to anyone that is an experienced, I would say, experienced or somewhat experienced turkey hunter, or even we've had landowners that have volunteered to allow us to use their property for the youth hunt.
So they're donating their property, and they're like, "Hey, just come out, bring the kids, and all that stuff." We have a place.
That's
awesome.
Not far out of Wheeling, up towards Dallas Pike, that is about 300 acres, man, and they have donated their land to us just for that weekend. And you know what? As
cool.
a turkey hunter, I am so cool with that.
And I'm sure there's a lot of turkey in there too, right?
That's great. You know what I mean? Like it, for people, no matter what the volunteer aspect of it is, whether it's somebody like my sister's coming down from Pittsburgh to cook that weekend.
Really?
My wife is going to be there. I've got probably, somewhere between 9 to 12 volunteers as of right now that are willing to just guide. I've had guys call me like, "Hey, I've got a property. I want to take a kid. let's go get them a turkey.
So with this whole thing, here's my question.
Sure.
So you have landowners, like you said,
Yep.
that's donating property. Now let's say someone else that wants to guide. Do you have to go to these certain locations, these properties, to hunt, or can you just say, hey, I like to take someone to this one property I have permission on, or is it,
No, nothing is required. You must take somebody somewhere, and I leave it up to the guides. The guides are, I'm not just going to let any Joe Schmo off the street come and volunteer to guide for me, you know what I mean? And one thing that I do is every youth hunter that wants to come and participate, I am requiring that they have a parent or guardian.
I was going to ask that. Do you have parents coming with with them?
Stay with them all weekend long, or for the hunting portion. So what we do is, if for myself, for instance, I'm blessed to have local connections, and I have places in the area here that I can hunt. Whatever youth hunter that I get hooked up with, I will go out with them and their guardian or their parent, and we will go and we will hunt that morning. So I will leave it completely up to the guides that volunteer to come and hunt. As long as they're approved, we'll take them. And if not, if they don't have a place to hunt, we have some other farms that are offered to us so that we can hunt.
What about, and I'm not trying to throw you off because,
good, man.
maybe you didn't think about this or something. What about accessibility for disabled folks? Do you have properties that maybe, someone that, around that age bracket could come out and, you got some guides that,
Oh yeah, dude. No, I've got properties off the top of my mind that
just
I could absolutely. Man. I could think of a place right now.
So no restrictions.
I would say there's absolutely no restrictions. This is a National Wild Turkey Federation youth hunt hosted by our chapter here in West Virginia, and there's no restrictions, man. If there's a youth hunter that has a disability or something, we'll accompany him, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
We will do it. I'm not going to shy away anybody.
I know you wouldn't, but I was just asking.
Yeah.
Because there might be some folks out there, youngsters out there that may, be unfortunately in a wheelchair, and he's, maybe hasn't hunted turkey and like to. And I was just wondering if you had some guides.
No, we will not turn away anybody.
So you said you were going to have folks come in. What are some of the things that, okay, let's say a parent calls you and they say, hey, I want to bring my son or daughter there. What do they need to bring? I mean, obviously they're going to have to bring some camo. What about like a firearm? I know you said there was some training there. Are you going to provide firearms? Are how's that? What are you guys going to do to implement that?
No, so as far as firearms and stuff like that, I actually I spoke to a woman this afternoon. She called me. She had commented on one of our Facebook posts through the chapter, and she said, "I've got 3 kids that are interested." I sent a message. I said, "Here's my number. Call me right away. We'll get you guys signed up." You know what I mean? And after speaking with her, she was like, "Well, my husband says we've got this shotgun that we could use for the kids." I'm like, okay, great. If not, I've got, I know personally, I've got quite a few that I will donate for youth to week.
Hey, you can get it from me too, dude.
You know what I mean? Like I've kind of touched base with every guide that we have, and I've been like, hey, this is the scenario. If you have a shotgun that you're willing to allow us to use for the weekend, great. If not, man, honestly, at the end of the day, if there's not enough shotguns to go around, I'll go out and I'll buy.
I will throw in.
You know what I mean? I will make sure we are making sure that every youth hunter that comes and signs up for this weekend, they are fully outfitted. When it comes to camouflage and stuff like that, if they don't have it themselves, I'm gonna supply it.
Right.
We're going to go out and we're going to buy it from.
I don't know if this fat guy right here could give you stuff because they'll probably be swimming in that stuff.
It's
you know
all
what I
good,
mean?
man. Like I'm waiting until this hunt starts on April 12th. So I would say earlier that week, probably around the 8th or the 9th of April, I will have a final head count of who's going to attend, what we need to prepare for.
Right.
And if there's people that don't have camo and guns and everything else, our chapter is covering everything in that.
Wow.
My goal 100% was to make sure that we could introduce this opportunity to people, no matter what the circumstance may be, and it doesn't cost them a thing.
Right.
I took over this chapter so that we could put on events and stuff like this.
That's awesome.
This is what we want to do. This is our goal. So if there's a youth hunter out there that has no experience hunting, no shotgun, no camo, no camo hat, no matter what, get in contact with me. We'll work through it.
And this outside, this doesn't have to be just for the youth hunt.
No.
They can just reach out to you, regardless.
Yeah, man. I want to do the best that I can. And my family works hard through this. I've got plenty of volunteers that are working, their tails off, making sure that we can do this kind of thing.
Right.
We want this to expand to everybody that we can, because I know firsthand, what happens when you're introduced to the outdoors, whether it be turkey hunting, deer hunting.
Right.
It doesn't
Fishing,
matter, man.
whatever.
You know what I mean? Like it is such a cool opportunity. And for us to be able to put this on and, try to reach people that otherwise have never had the opportunity to turkey hunt. Man, I've got a buddy that I work with that in 2019 was the last turkey hunt that we did for youth. I invited him and his boys. And since then, he's beaten me towards the slam.
No way.
His boys, I've watched both of his boys kill birds. I have watched him kill birds. He's got 3 out of the 4 for the Grand Slam. I've got 2 out of the 4.
And that's the thing. That's something that y'all need to understand. Jack, you're doing the slam. You're doing the Grand Slam. How far off are you to doing the Grand Slam on the turkey?
I've still got 2 birds to go. I've got to get a Miriam's and I've got to get an Osceola.
2 birds. He's like, man,
there's
I got
only
2
4
left,
total. I've killed plenty of Easterns. I cut my teeth my whole life.
Damn bragger.
On hunting Easterns, but no, it's just neat, man, and like it's not even just so much getting people and families into turkey hunting. It's the opportunity for families, a father, daughter, or a mom, son, whatever the combination.
That's what
may
I
be,
had growing up.
To get in and go out on this hunt and find something that every single spring or every single fall when it comes to deer hunting, they can go out and they can create memories. Right. And that's the biggest thing for me. Right. That's what I want to do. That's my goal. That's what I'm trying to do with my children. That's what I've done with, other families in the past is I want to create memories that they can repeat every single year. Man. Things that they can go out and do, because you can only play baseball so long in your life. Right. Unless you go pro. You can only play football so long in your life unless you go pro. Guess what? If we take a new family out this spring and they go out turkey hunting, bam, they're hooked. That mother-son group or that father-daughter group or whatever it may be, they're going to go every year. It's like golf, man. They can play for the rest of their life. I know. It's a great sport. Yeah. It is. And I am here. It's tough. It's tough. It's not easy, by all means. But, so like like you talked about people to donate. I mean, so basically they just contact and we'll have the number down. So what do you guys have any restrictions on what you have people donate? Like, I mean, no, obviously not necessarily. I mean, honestly, I kind of, when I took over, as president of the chapter, and we've done our fundraising events and stuff, we've done our banquet, and we have tried to raise money so that we could put on this event. Right. So you do this every year. Do you do like some kind of banquet or? Well, do you do? Yeah. So every year, well, I would say every year. Last fall or last August was the first banquet that we had done since I took over due to COVID restrictions and stuff like that.
The damn COVID.
For quite a while, we were unable to do events. But last fall, I was able to get our first banquet going up.
That's
As
awesome.
you know, after I took over the chapter, and now every beginning of August, actually August 10th, we have our next banquet that is going on, and it's just
really?
it's
So
just,
anyone can sign up for this banquet?
absolutely, man.
Do you have like a Facebook page or something that people can go? Other than we're gonna have your number there, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you could tell the folks like, hey, you can reach out to Facebook.
Yep.
You know, I mean, do you have Facebook out
It's,
there,
it's-
Instagram?
It's Martin Brothers Memorial Chapter NWTF on Facebook.
That's
You can
awesome.
find it through there. If not, Jack Deangelo, that's my name. You guys can find it through there.
It's
Anybody that wants to log on and give us a like or a follow, absolutely. I post everything updated with the chapter is going to that, whether it be youth hunt, events that local places are putting on, no matter what.
That's awesome.
We're doing it live, man.
And you know what I admire? I admire you guys are like, hey, we're going to get every kid, every child, involved with this. And if people don't want to donate, you're like, screw them. I'm going to do it. And it's just an awesome cause to get somebody outdoors. I mean, think about all the kids now.
Sure.
They're like behind playing Xbox, PlayStation, whatever it is. I don't know what the high tech stuff is. But I mean, getting these kids and families, like you said, getting families together just to do something, because let's face it, anymore, trying to go on vacation is out the ass anymore trying to do that. So, I mean, something like this, you can go out if y'all get like a rifle or two, shotgun, whatever, get some camo, you guys can go out and just do it together, and it, like hunting with me, it doesn't matter if you get anything or not. It's the point. Like I tell everybody, the reason I love hunting is because it's a tradition. It's what my dad taught me. And it was that moment, opening day, deer season. I'm more deer hunting. You know me. I'm more whitetail. I'm that guy when it comes to whitetail kind of stuff, bow hunting. But I do respect turkey and I do hunt, and hopefully me and you can go hunting this year, and I can bag some birds.
Absolutely, dude.
Maybe get
Bring
some
it
turkey leg. I said chicken legs. God dang it. But I mean, like, this is a great cause, man. And I think people locally, of course they do it around the country too. But I mean, like here in the Ohio Valley, because we want to focus, here on Timber Talk, we like talking about, local things, upcoming events and stuff. Like I said, I think it's an awesome thing for these youth, man. It's safe too. So some of you parents that are like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
You got the DNR there that's going to go hands-on, and I guarantee they're not going to allow some Joe Schmo to go out there and just start shooting stuff.
No, and
I guarantee.
we got probably, I would say, 2 or 3 of our volunteer guides are DNR officers in this local area. So everything is covered. I mean, the entire event is entirely insured by the National Wild Turkey Federation.
And you do background checks on the guides and all that stuff. Make sure
Yeah,
they're not
no
freaks or pedophiles. We don't want that crap.
100%. People are, any volunteer that we have is extremely vetted. And we make sure that everyone involved is the right kind of people that we want and we need for this event. And the entire goal of the weekend is to make sure that this event is the best it possibly can be for everyone involved. I'm talking from the guides to the kids that are hunting. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. It's I personally find more joy in taking somebody else out and watching them shoot a bird.
Oh, absolutely.
Than I do killing one myself. You know what I mean? Like,
I enjoy calling them in anyways.
Sure.
That's more fun for me than shooting them.
That's 90% of the game right there.
I mean, I wouldn't turn one down and hang them on my wall, but I'm saying, like, I've called in birds for my buddies and stuff, and they shot them, and I had more fun just like, I called that in,
Absolutely, dude.
So, I mean, like, that's totally awesome. And once again, we will post up your number
Yeah.
and your contact.
Yep.
And, you are no joke when it comes to turkey. You are the bad mamma jamma when it comes to turkey. I want you back on the show. Are you going to come back, Jack?
I'll do it.
Is that a fact, Jack?
I would not say I am the bad mamma jammer.
I'm going to say you're a bad mamma jammer right now.
Dudes that are,
I'm just saying.
put me to shame.
I'm just saying.
Dude, I eat, sleep, breathe turkey hunting.
That's me with deer.
You ask my wife. She says that I love her.
Yeah.
When it comes to springtime,
You won't see you.
Yeah.
Well,
typically,
I tell my wife that every
I'm absent in the house.
October when I'm bow hunting.
Yeah.
I tell my wife, and she goes, "Oh, here we go again." But you know what? My wife loves jerky and the deer meat and all that stuff, so she doesn't care.
Well, my wife loves turkey hunting, so I have to fight her on days when we.
I haven't taken my wife hunting yet.
Out.
I haven't taken her hunting yet, and I'm kind of like, I'm waiting on my daughter to get a little bit older, and then I'm gonna take her out. Keep it simple. But I don't know. She's a priss. I love her, but she's a priss. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to do all my house chores right now for turkey season to come up so I can go hunting. But that's just how it is. But anyways, Jack, I hate to cut you short, man. But I'm telling you what, you folks out there, you got to check this out. And, it's a great cause. We're going to have all your contact information for you. Call him. And if you want to check out an awesome, awesome youth hunt, this is the deal, man. Yeah. This is the big deal.
April 12th to the 14th.
12th through the 14th.
We'll do it live. We're starting off at the Wildlife League of Ohio County. Mm-hmm. We have a cabin at Oglebay Resort all weekend long for everybody to stay at. Mm-hmm. So if you got a youth that wants to participate, please, by all means, get in touch with me. Mm-hmm. All we require is, names, and for every youth hunter to have a parent or guardian with them.
Absolutely.
And the whole weekend is paid for, man. It's going to be a great time. What a good time.
To be young again. I'm just saying, to be young. But anyways, that's all the time we have. But Jack, I look forward to maybe having you on we're going to call it the panel. We're going to call it the panel, Timber Talk.
That'll work, man.
But I hope to get you back on here and we'll talk about turkey. I'm excited to talk about turkey anyways because it's coming. But anyways, guys, gals, thank you so much for watching. Check us out on any social media and platform that this podcast is broadcast. I love saying that podcast is broadcast. That's all the time we have for today. I'm Paul.
I'm Jack.
God bless you. We'll see you again.
Thank you for watching this episode of Timber Talk. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We look forward to seeing you all again in the next video.